we are going to get it going.
Time you bowl in something like this where it's just that hard and you can basically survive mentally, physically, emotionally. It's awesome.
That's that high flush pocket strike, and that's going to do it.
They came back in the end and were able to finish the job. That shows why that they're a nationally ranked program.
Got into this championship match and now are just absolutely putting on a show.
This tournament live stream is a special presentation of Bowling with the Pfeff.
And welcome back, everyone, to Spare Time Entertainment in Owatonna, Minnesota for the B squad of qualifying at the Champions Pro Shop Open. This is the second squad of qualifying, the second installation of this tournament, and we've got a lot more competitors bowling this afternoon than we did this morning. 37 total entries this afternoon on the B squad, and they will be taking 10 total into the advancers round. So 10 total between the two qualifying squads. You can see the scores here after A squad qualifying. Matt Payne leading the field at plus 189 for those 6 games of qualifying, followed by Chad Nelson at plus 92. Briley Howe at minus 87. He is bowling back this second squad, so he'll give it another shot. Zach Ludemer in fourth at minus 113. He is bowling back. Phil Stellmaker at minus 124, and William Jones at minus 129. He is bowling back, as is Thomas Cleveland. And I believe he's looking up and down. That might be it. So we've got several folks giving it another go in hopes of making that top 10 and getting into tonight's advancers round. I'll take you into the broadcast booth here. I'm Andrew Pfeffer. I run Bowling with the Pfeff. Pleasure to have you back here in Owatonna for another 6-game qualifying block at the 2024 Champions Pro Shop Open. We have a tough lane pattern. That's why only 2 people were plus. It's easy to see, right? 2023 USBC Masters is the flavor of the day. It is unforgiving, and it is a challenge for these folks who are out here giving it their all. A lot of the competitors in the A squad playing rather straight, and really just keeping their angles in front of them and trying to make spares, protect the pocket, do all the things that keep them in play for this tournament. Here's what the format looks like. You got 6 games of qualifying. We've already wrapped up the A squad. The B squad is just beginning. 1 and 4 making the advancers round. Of course, that has become 10 total. He's actually kind of rounded up with that as he's got 50 total competitors. So it's actually more like 1 and 10 and 50, 1 and 5. 4 more games in the advancers round this evening. Top 5 making the stepladder finals. We will have the advancers round and the stepladder on a separate link on this playlist. If you're looking for the address, it's bit.ly/champions_PSO live, all in lowercase. That will get you to the live stream. Here are the champions, the champion of our 10K Larson Siding and Windows and Roofing quintuple crown. William Jones winning in Southway this last weekend. You'll see him in the first game of qualifying. He is the points leader after Southway, followed by Jason Poliris, Jason Cragen, Dave Ullman, and Israel Potter, to name a few. We'll take you down, back down to the lanes where we are just starting game 1 of qualifying in this B squad. You've got Kiefer Newman on the left, Patrick Havda next to him. Josh Peters about to take aim on lane 13, and Zach Ludemer to follow suit on 14. Corey Hansen saying, hello, bud. Welcome back. Thank you. It's always good to know that you didn't mess it up quite enough to not be invited back. So I'm glad that that Al and his staff welcomed me back for a second year of this. This is great bowling. I mean, if you're unaware of challenge patterns, sport conditions, the types of oil patterns that make this game really difficult, just take a look at this live stream because you'll see it's tough. There is not much room for error, especially right off the bat when it's fresh. And you got to make those spares. You just have to make those spares. Havda almost taking down that 310. But sliding that ball just to the right of the 3. And he'll settle for 9 after one frame of competition. So 37 competitors bowling right now. We're using lanes 7 through 18. And the lanes you see in front of you are 11 through 14. "13 competitors on the A squad. That's Brandon Cryer on lane 12, leaving that 7-pin. Last year in this event, he did make the stepladder final. We saw him throwing plastic up the ditch. He came back after one of his practice shots and said plastic is not in play today. So he's going with urethane, at least to the start. And covers the spare by the slimmest of margins, but he got it done. All right. So on lane 14 on the right in the shorts is William Jones. He was the champion of the Southway Open in St. Cloud last weekend and the current points leader in the quintuple crown. Spare up in the first for him. This is his second frame. Not satisfied with his performance in the A squad. I'm hoping to turn it up in B squad, make a charge towards the advancers round. That strike will help get him in that direction. We also have the defending champion of this event, Brady Stearns. We'll see him in a couple games. He's starting the day on 9 and 10 right now. Actually, you'll see him next game, I think. No, I'm sorry. He's on 7 and 8. So, game 3. Kind of hard to see beyond the competitors here. Brandon just left a 1-3-6-10. And Thomas Cleveland picked up his spare there. And Cryer gets 2 out of the 4. Yeah, it's kind of a strategic thing to get both the score monitors, the pins, the players all in frame here at Spare Time. There is a kind of an off-white overhang. You can just see the top of it at the top of the frame, and positioning the camera any higher would mean you cut off some of those monitors. So it's you kind of have to find that sweet spot. And unfortunately, when the players are in the settee area, sometimes they're in front of the camera. But I'll try and keep you up to date as we go here. Cryer snaps out that 7 and tries to make up for lost pins in the second frame. He's got 24 through 2 with a strike up in the third. Six games of qualifying this afternoon to determine our advancers round advancers. 10 of them out of the 50 total entries will get in. There's a nice break for Kiefer Newman on the right side there. So in the A squad, we did see Matt Payne really just steamroll the field. And he threw it very straight, pointed it right up to the pocket. Pretty good speed. And said he really didn't have to move too much over the course of the 6 games. A lot of board is all. And he admitted there was not a lot of room to miss. So even the players that had the most success in that early qualifying squad, they had to make some good shots. And really, would you have it any other way? Wow. Just drilled the pocket there. Cryer can't believe that 10 is still standing. Takes care of the 10, 44 through 3 with a spare up in the 4th. So as we make our way through this B squad of qualifying, we will update the scores as they become available. And if you're watching live, you can find the link to the 10K Larson Siding Windows and Roofing Quintuple Crown on Facebook. That's where tournament staff has been updating the scores through the day. We'll relay those to you just as soon as they become available. And always impressive how quickly Al Houston and his staff gets those numbers put together and gets them up on the Facebook page. If you are watching live, feel free to utilize that live chat feature. Let us know where you're tuning in from, who you're cheering for. And if you're watching on replay, leave a comment. And be sure to like this video if you like what you're seeing. Always appreciate it. So Cryer goes gutter 8, and you got to understand, he is really playing the twig out there, and it's tough. It's tough when you're playing that far out. There's certainly some reward for good shots, but he gets it a little too far left. You deal with the consequences. And I should mention Dave Ullman is also bowling back. We saw him in the A squad, and he's going to take another crack at it. You can see after that squad, he was down at minus 181 and 9th out of 13. So giving it another go here. That one went a little light for Pryor. He left a 3.569 bucket. And Cleveland mixes them up pretty well there. He has 87 through 5, and that strike up in the 6th. Josh Peters with a little wave there from 13 and 14. Good to see him back at the tournament. Saw him last year, had a nice conversation. Always good to see folks coming on back to give it another try. So over on 11, Kiefer Newman had a 4-bagger going, but pushed that one a touch right, and he will fire away at a 1-2-6-10. And got 3 out of the 4. So he's got 153 through 7, which is pretty good scoring for this type of lane condition, at least in the early going. There aren't a whole lot of big scores out there. Feel like I've said that a lot over the course of the day, but it's a challenging pattern. Thomas Cleveland takes down 10. That's a double for him. And just see how Pryor's left arm really right over top of that ball return. He is way out there. And just up a little bit high, leaving that 2-pin. Nice shot from Peters. He's got 102 through 7, and that strike up in the 8th. Just see that ball hitting the pins off to the right on lane 16. That's Brent Newman, and he's got himself a 5-bagger. He's struck 7 out of 8 so far in this first game of qualifying, so he's off to a nice start. Nice strike there from Newman, who has 153 through 7 with that strike up in the 8th, and Pryor hits one of his own. He's got 101 through 7 with that strike up in the 8th. Looked like he switched balls. Got it to the right spot. All right, Cleveland is up on 12 right now, working on a double. And that one slid a little right. And he's got a 2-6-10 combination. Ooh, had a nice shot at it, but didn't quite cut the 2-pin pin. Over on the right on 14, that's Brady Gustafson. Getting a strike there. He's off to a nice start, 157 through 8 with that strike in the 9th. Cleveland with his second split in a row. This one a 210, pretty similar to the last one he left on the right leg. And the same result, just didn't cut it quite thin enough, so he'll have 149 through 9. And he'll have some ground to make up, at least to get back on the plus side of things. Pryor gets down in a crouching position. He looked like he had a good shot there. Looked pretty good off his hand. But pesky 7-pin. Jones, after making that 10-pin on 13, has 147 through 8 with a spare up in the 9th. One from Hovda skated a little bit. He's left with a 1-2-4-6-10. As Peters finishes with a fill ball strike for 161. Newman over there on 15 and 16. Finished strong. 9 spare in the 10th and a strike in the fill ball for 258. So he's off to a nice start in this B squad qualifying. They'll head over to the end pair, 17 and 18 for game 2. Everybody moves 1 pair to the right. So the group that these guys are bowling with will be their group for the duration of the afternoon. at least for the duration of qualifying. After these 6 games, the tournament staff will tabulate the results and announce the top 10 who will advance to the advancers round, where they'll bowl 4 more games. And after that, the pins do carry over. And after that, they'll cut it down to a 5-person stepladder to determine the champion. Hey, how's it going, Brock?
Not bad.
Yeah?
Rough week for you.
For me?
Yeah, you got the Brewers getting, got the Packers going down, and you got Milwaukee going down.
I was trying to forget about some of that stuff.
I had to watch a Twins collapse, so.
Yeah.
It makes up for it. Oh, yeah, there we go.
I'll tell you, talk radio on Friday was it was something.
That was a fun game to watch.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't have a dog in the fight, but
You just sit there and you think, one of these days,
yeah,
maybe, just maybe,
we get a Twins Brewers
World Series.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be tremendous. So here we are. This camera's being a little wonky, you can see, but back here in the broadcast booth and checking out the action. Good to see you.
Yeah, not a problem.
Not bowling?
No,
No.
I didn't want to.
Because of this?
No. A few different reasons, but
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
I also woke up late.
Ah, okay. I did too, but late was 5:08.
I woke up at 11:45.
Ooh.
It's about a 2-hour drive down
That's
for me.
nice.
So
Hey, Brent Prentice joining us live, says hello. It's good to see that Brent secured one of the regional stops on the PWBA circuit this next year.
too bad he didn't get a national stop.
Had one last year. Hopefully gets one.
Maybe it's an every other year thing.
Yeah. But yeah. So shots tough. Scores are at a premium.
I saw scores the first shift. 2 people plus.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all you get. And out of most of these guys, I mean, the 2 guys who are plus, Matt Payne and Chad Nelson, are not bowling back, but Riley is, Zach is, William Jones, Thomas Cleveland, Dave Ullman.
Well, you know what they call this pattern in the house is the pattern of pain.
The pattern of pain, yeah. It certainly was in the A squad. Wait.
He's my pick to win.
EO. Every other. Okay. But every other year. So hopefully in 2026 they get a PBA national stop. That's a lot of fun. They have that stuff there. All right. So got a new set of bowlers over on 11 and 12. Victor Cortez, who I had the pleasure to meet at the Masters in Vegas, said he's bowled on this pattern and has done okay on it in Detroit. But as we all know, different centers are different, even if you have the same pattern or a similar pattern. Jason Moberg, who I remember from the
match games?
Yeah, the holiday match games, the junior event on Sunday of last year. We've got Josh Kennedy in there and Parker Hartle. And the group with Pryor, Hobda, Cleveland, and Newman is on your right on 13 and 14. And Moberg has the unfortunate occurrence of putting it on the head pin and only knocking down 5. And, of course, they're not next to each other.
It's just the hard part about this pattern is the left side. It's just asymmetric. So what the left-handers see out of the right-handers is completely different from what the right sees from the left.
Yeah.
And on the left, you have to just get it early. You got to get it to the left really early, and then on the right, you can get it out there a little later and still have recovery. But it's just how it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Protect the pocket. Make your spares. And, you can 230, 240, or 250 at some point. That might be enough to run with.
You just need one solid game and 5 okay games.
Right.
I mean, projected cuts probably minus 80.
Yeah. I'd say you're pretty close on that.
Yeah. Not often you can say that a cut's going to be minus now these days.
Yeah.
After watching what's going on at the GIs down there. I was down there for the 11th frame.
Okay.
I didn't bowl it, but I was watching. And it seemed like if you weren't shooting 240, you were behind pace. It's kind of infuriating. I'm kind of glad I didn't bowl that one.
Yeah. So Josh Kennedy had a nice looking shot on 12.
He's got the double to start.
Yeah. And Hartle follows that up with a nice strike there too. So both of them starting out game 2 with doubles. It seemed like the hot pair in the A squad was 15 and 16, and that might be carrying through now because you've got Brent Newman starting out with 258 on that pair.
Wow.
So it'll be interesting to see if get more scores out of that one, or it's just a nice little coincidence.
Ooh, what a pickup.
Nice. It's a nice shot from Victor Cortez. Struck twice on lane 12 now. And Pryor
Looks like he's getting it figured out.
shot, yeah.
Finished out last game with 180.
Charlotte Wicked. Is that the Wicked?
Wow, Kennedy with a nice messenger 10.
Oh, did I?
love that.
Oh, yeah.
Would you shoot 186 that first game?
Oh. Close enough.
The rack on the right there was
Doesn't look terrible.
I'm sorry to inform everybody, but that plastic is not a point.
Looks like it's very easy to push it to the right and
Oh, yeah.
end up with
It is.
1, 2, 4, and
If you don't get it out there early enough, I mean, you can get it down lane and still get it to the right. But if you get it out there too late, it's gone.
gone. Moberg with a couple splits in the first 3 frames. He's got 34 through 3.
That just looked early and stopped.
Yeah.
That's all he needs to do, though.
Right. If you can carry that way, why not?
Looks like 9 and 10 starting off pretty good.
Kennedy's got those pins flying.
Yeah. 9 and 10's doing pretty good right now.
Yeah.
Oh. Miss Messenger. Right behind it. I don't know if you saw what happened at the regional today. The string pin one.
The one at EJ Tackett's
Yeah.
place?
Ryan Spear shot 300 the last
Really?
game.
Okay.
Every shot was just dead flush. 6 kicked out the 10.
Yeah.
I watched the stream for about a game and a half, and I didn't see any weird hits.
Yeah.
I like to clarify that I'm on the pro string pin side.
Yeah, I was telling Al, I pulled on him once at Foxview and Waukesha, and I kind of liked it. You definitely have to hit a little more flush or
Yeah.
more light than
I think it
normal.
neutralizes the power game a little bit.
Yeah.
It brings back the touch and more precise bowler.
Mm-hmm.
It gets them more back in the game. You know, when the scoring pace is going to be high, you put them on strings, and the average might be 10 to 20 pins lower.
Sure.
I don't think anybody wants to go into a bowling tournament knowing that if you shoot 210, you're going to be 20 pins behind the pace.
Right.
I know Minnesota has a few centers that have string pins, but none that I know that's around the metro area.
Okay.
I know there's one in Litchfield.
Okay.
I think that's one, and there's one, I think, up in Duluth.
Okay. And I've heard Park Tavern.
Oh yeah,
but,
Park Tavern
but
does. Yeah,
non-sanctioned.
yeah, they're the non-sanctioned ones. Yeah. So you can make the 710 every time.
All right. Kennedy is on 4 in a row, the front 4 on lane 11 here. He's had some great pin action, gotten some half pocket hits to carry really well, and
That's a nice shot.
Pure strike 10 back. I like his game because he's got plenty at the bottom, but he's very
effortless.
solid. Yeah, fundamentally. There's Pryor. All of a sudden, he's got the front 5.
See who blinks first between them two.
Yeah. Pittsburgh's troubles on that right lane just continue. It's awfully tough when you
Yeah.
pay that kind
He's
of
gone
price.
high on the head pin, missed the head pin, high on the head pin, missed the head pin, high on the head pin. Or no, that was light.
So Kennedy will try to hit the front six here. Who is 34 on the Wild? Do you know?
I don't think anybody is.
Oh, okay.
That's a more of a John Cryer question.
Ah, okay.
He's got that one to
Keeps
go.
on rolling.
Well, that was our Nationals jerseys. We all went with like a Wild theme,
Okay.
and we all picked different numbers. It was kind of cool.
Yeah. What was your number?
11.
11.
It's not associated with Zach Parise at all. That's a weird hit.
Yeah, I couldn't see it past Parker there, but
The 4-pin went late,
yeah.
and it was solid pocket.
Two of them, yeah.
That's why most will pull pro strings, because the rack is perfect every time.
Right. Yeah, and I was saying earlier, there's kind of a sweet spot to put the camera because of that overhang by the scoring monitors. Any higher, and that gets blocked out, but you don't want it too low because
Then you can't see
then
above
you can't
everybody.
see. So this is about as good as it's going to get.
Unless you want to go lane side and go straight out.
Yeah. We'll see, and I'll probably switch position before the step ladder. So
Probably put it between the pair or something.
yeah.
Light shaker again.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if Brandon can answer. What an awful break.
It happens. And tough pattern like this when you feel like you threw something good, and then that's what you get. Yeah, no fun.
Another great shot that does not strike.
Yep, snapped out that 7.
Come on, make it. Oh!
Oh, put it right in front of the 7.
Oh, that would have been a called shot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, he gave it a run.
I mean, if you're gonna make it, it might be here.
Yeah.
I woke up late. Hey, I won last night, so that doesn't matter. Yeah. No, he just gave me. He goes, here, go do whatever with it.
Broke up the split that time.
Yeah.
Still a little bit light.
That looks like he's got it dialed in from the inside.
Yeah. That speed's slow and leaving himself some makeable spares, so he's got
That's all you need.
Going. 138 through 6 on the strikeout.
Oh. Victor with a fast 710 with the messenger taking out the 10.
All right, here's Pryor on the front 6. Gets that 8 to fall. Wow.
Josh
Kennedy
at the
hits
front
again.
end.
The front 8 now. Taking that mental note as that's his last shot on 12 before the 10th frame.
I feel like Victor should have like 250 going right now.
He really has thrown some good shots and not gotten the best of breaks.
No.
Nice shot by Moberg there, but
Messenger went in front of the sweep.
Yeah, 7 in the sweep.
Al, you got Deadwood on 11.
Nice.
So again, the second game of a 6-game B block of qualifying. They'll take 10 total bowlers into the advancers round between the A block and the B block. 37 of them bowling right now. There's Cryer over on lane 14. He's got the front 7 looking for 8.
A little quick.
Little light and left
A little
3-9.
quick.
Yeah.
Either got a little quick or he just didn't come out of it right. It's a lot of his misses. I mean, I've watched him bowl forever, and it seems like he either gets quick or he doesn't come through on the shot all the way.
Okay.
And then that's kind of what happens.
Sure. And it's tough. I mean, he's great at playing the twig out there, but
you give him the twig and it's near unbeatable.
There's still that risk that if you get it a little far right, and he did throw it in the ditch in the first game. So,
but when you play that far out, you're bound to do it.
Right. Just got to take the good with the bad. All right, here's Kennedy in the 9. Snaps out the 10, and he's got the front 9. And he's really throwing great shots every time. I mean, yeah, he's gotten some good breaks too, but
nice shot by Jason.
Reaction he's getting is really nice. It's hard to tell what he's throwing back here, but
I think he's throwing a reality.
Reality? Okay.
That's what it looks like to me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Josh Kennedy likes to say, "Do you want fries with that?"
Man,
I know he's going to clip this, so that's why I wanted to say it.
yeah. It was a great ball.
Yeah, it was a little left.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw Brandon, but he was trying to keep it right a little bit.
Okay.
But 260 as of right now, spare in the 270s is not a bad game.
Not at all. It's the best game we've seen on this pair.
Is this the high game of the day?
No. So was it? I think Riley have 270.
Why did you hear that?
I think Riley had 277.
Oh my!
And,
Did you see that jackknife?
Yeah. Yeah, right through the heart. Yeah, I know Payne had a 269 early on last squad. Riley had 277.
Do you know what Josh had game one?
I don't. No. Let's see. I'm gonna see if the scores have been updated.
Andy gets that one to carry.
So 279, which is the highest game we've seen all day. High flush, pocket 9.
I did say it, by the way.
So,
Brandon opened the 9th. Still got 250 possible.
yep.
Newman had a 220, I believe. Yeah, he had 222.
Okay. So he'll be 80 up after 2
You take that start.
any day, especially today.
Do pins carry over?
Yes.
And then he's got to keep going.
Ooh,
What a
nice
messenger.
messenger 7 on that left lane from Moberg. You know, he's got to have the next 2 to get 155, but considering the way he's been
His
most
ball
of that
reaction
game,
has been.
yeah, I mean, 155 is not so bad.
No. Especially when you look over and you see 157 and 149. You know, you're going to have a tooth. Oh,
Wow, almost got another one like that with 7 stands. It's a nice cover of the baby split by Kiefer Newman.
well, let's see if he can pick this up. Almost seen one already.
Wow,
Brandon's back on it.
Crushed it. All right, so 142 from Moberg. Once Hardle finishes his 10th.
Oh,
Bowlers
oh,
will-
what a late fall.
Yeah.
They got the score change already.
Bowlers will move over, and there's the defending champion in the foreground there, Brady Stearns. He'll be on 11 and 12 in game 3.
We got Stearns, Howe, Ullman,
Yeah.
and Burr.
That's a heck of a group.
Oh, yeah. That's $1. See, he got it in, and it just went 60 on him.
Yep. Yeah, seen a lot of that. It's really easy to push it too far down the lane.
What a shot by Thomas.
All right, 244 with an open.
Yeah. I mean, when you can throw the first 7,
Yep.
you're just on easy street from there.
Right.
Take 240 every game this tournament, and you'll probably win.
Yep.
Brandon, you think you missed that any further in or no? Honestly, if you missed any further in, you might have gone watch out.
If I want to pull it to the right strike, I have to pull it by about 15. I kind of thought I was going to get just the second.
Well, you were on a strike anyway, so count didn't matter. I'm sure if you would have left it just a 7, you probably would have just gone for a fill shot.
Mm-hmm.
Just throw a straight shot and move on.
Yeah.
But the head pin might be the best pin to leave if you're going to throw it that bad.
Right. And yeah, like you said, on a strike, probably a good spot for that. So again, Stearns, Howe, Ullman, and Bird.
All right, who has high game?
Murderers Row.
Who has high game on that pair?
I'm going to say Riley.
All right.
As
I'll take Ullman.
all right. Brady Stearns kicks out the 9. Start out his game with a strike. Stearns and Ullman in the championship match last year. Ullman had really held on to the lead pretty much wire to wire, and Brady Stearns got the better of him in that championship match. Ryan Burr leaving a 10 pin. This tournament series will end up early next year at Burr's house, J-Mo's, Faribault. At Playmore Lanes in La Crosse in November, and the holiday match games on December 21st and 2nd at Colonial Lanes in Rochester, and wrapping up the quintuple crown on February 1st, 2025.
Kind of nice seeing no urethane going down the lane.
Yeah.
What is that? 3 of them now on that lane? Or on that pair, I should say.
Victor caught a nice break there on 14.
Nope.
So, open frame for Brady Stearns. And Burr hits a strike in his second frame. I'm not. Hi, Stefania. Thanks for tuning in live. If you're also on the stream live, welcome. Feel free to use that live chat feature. Give your favorite bowler a shout out. Let us know where you're tuning in from, and keep the interactivity going on this live stream. And give this video a like if you like what you're seeing. Hell, give it a like if you don't like what you're seeing.
Comment if you don't like it. Got a messenger by Milberg over on 14.
Riley, it's a nice strike in his third frame. So, of the 5 stepladder finalists from last season, last year, this event, you've got Ullman, Riley Howe, and Brady Stearns.
No.
So
Almost got
the top 2 finishers, and I believe Riley was 4th, if memory serves.
Wasn't Brandon in the step ladder too?
Yep, he was. And Matt Payne.
Missed that one at the bottom. Nice shot by Josh. He's got game 1 up, by the way.
Oh, he does. Okay. Take a look at that. So here is how the leaderboard looks after one game. Brent Newman, of course, that 258 we saw off to our right, leading the pack. Kiefer Newman at plus 19 in second place. Lucas Finley just behind him at 15 over. Parker Hartle with 213 and Kennedy with 212. So together with that 279 he ended up with,
Yep.
you're looking at 91 up.
And then Newman's at 80.
Okay. So, yeah, those will likely be
Your top 2.
Yeah. And the others will have some work to do. That's what it looks like right now. And again, you can find these scores on the Quintuple Crown Facebook page. You can find the link in the live chat if you're watching live. Yeah, it's been a struggle for Jason Moberg. A lot of split washout, split washout. Nice trip of the 2 there by Victor Cortez.
Ooh, what a cover.
Covered it up. Kennedy trying to take down a washout of his own.
Oh, you went light last time on that lane. Left the 2.8. He was trying to make an adjustment and try to square it up and just went 2 straight. What a cover.
Nice.
No loss of count.
Yep. I like that approach. You get two different ways to make it.
I've made it by hitting the 610 dead on, having it bounce out and making it.
Okay, 3 different ways.
I was also bowling on an inverted curtain, but that's besides the point.
Right.
That's a way to make it.
Kennedy gets that nice messenger to take down the 10. I'll tell you, it's been fun to watch. He hasn't been quite as dead on, of course, as he was this past game on 11 and 12, but he hasn't opened. Covered every spare, and now he's back in the pocket.
He's got 258 still available.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to look that far down the road.
I do.
That's 2, right?
That's 3 in a row. I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean 2?
That's 2.
2 strikes?
No, 2 gutter spares. No, you had gutter 8.
Oh, yeah.
No, you had gutter 8.
Okay. I'm 50% for my spares on the full rack.
Hey, this is what matters.
That's not a spare where you should have a percentage in between 0 and 100.
No.
So Little machine work going on 12 right now.
They're gonna have some catching up to do.
Yeah. That machine had been dumping the 4-pin a little during the course of the day. But
Yeah,
You're jealous.
I am. Yeah.
You would look good in pink.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, you would.
No,
And this is the hot color, you know.
I don't
Chicks
like.
dig it
No.
almost as much as the truck.
maybe even more so. It's
I
got
don't-
that logo on it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't have a truck either, so.
Yeah.
When I went to go buy my vehicle, I thought about, can it haul bowling balls and does it get good gas mileage?
Yep.
That's what I thought about.
Yeah.
Those are the top 2 priorities I was looking at.
Good way to think about it. I like to go with a nice, sturdy, like, trunk interior, too, because my first car had, you had those little tote bags roll all over, just destroyed the inside of the trunk. It was all plastic.
Yeah. I got a nice little RAV4, so
Okay.
I got an enclosed interior in the trunk, so
Yeah.
that's kind of what I was looking at. Don't got to worry about the elements and maybe my snow brush when I put it back there, but
So anyway, yeah, that lane had been dumping 4 pins through the morning, but never really broke down like this. So all right, Kennedy trying to get a double here.
question is can he go flush?
Great shot.
And it's good enough. He might cheat it at a board to the board of the right just to get it flush. He's got to finish on that lane, so.
Yeah, get a little confidence. He hadn't struck on that lane yet this game, so
Put together one more in the 7th and get up in the 8th and see what happens. There's the urethane.
it's like Victor's got the purple. It's on the way. All right, we're back in action on 12, and Burr can't take down the 9 there. And I heard him say, during a little pause there, finally get a double, and now gotta wait.
Yep.
And that's tough.
Oh,
Just got that 7 to fall.
looks like Brady Gustafson down on 17 and 18. He's got a nice game going.
Could end up with 2-8. Who gets the last 4?
Yeah. I know he struggled that last game. But he had 2-0 to begin, so him having 280 here would greatly improve his chances on making cut.
Sure. That is a tough combination for Moberg there on 13. Yeah, got the count.
It's not fun to shoot at.
No.
Because you can go pear-shaped on that leave. You can go 4-2, 4 out, 4-3. One of the ways I look at it, and it's a funny way, if you get 5 on it, you think you should spare, but you still got another pin up. Right. Cheated too much.
But again, he's got something makeable. You look left and right and see so many splits, but
Is that an
it's
8?
just-
That's a 10 pin.
So I mean, even if you just go strike, spare, and ends up with 205, that's fine.
I mean, after shooting 270,
Yeah,
it's like 240, 240.
right.
But it's just the easier way.
Yeah.
Shooting 240 back-to-back games is a lot harder than just going 279 and then 2-0.
Yep.
Same result.
Yeah.
But I think in the long run, I think you would rather go 240, 240.
Oh yeah. But he's also getting off the pair, so there's that too. So Brady Gustafson is in the 10th over there on the end. Looks like you left something.
He left the 10 pin in the 9th and
Two
looks like
pin?
a 5 pin in the 10th.
So you can go spare strike. You'd be at 248.
Yeah. He's got that. He's got the spare. Now he's in the 240s.
mean, that purple hammer's not looking too bad for Victor.
No.
And Brady does hit that fill ball strike for 248.
That's a nice game.
Yeah. I love this. Thanks for the coverage and your dedication, Fef, from J.P. Kegler, who was here bowling the event last year. Good to talk to him a little bit. Thanks for tuning in live. Appreciate you watching. If you're just tuning in, we are in game 3 of our B squad of qualifying here at the 2024 Champions Pro Shop Open. The second jewel in the
Pretty nice
10K
game.
Larson siding, windows, and roofing quintuple crown. The A squad delivered 2 scores that were plus, the rest were minus. And we've seen some great bowling out of Josh Kennedy, who had a 279 in game 2. And Brent Newman, who was 80 up after 2.
He didn't have that good game that last game. Coming from the high end to the low end. And
Yeah, I don't know which one he was, but really,
they were all not really that good.
Yeah.
160, 130, 170, 160. Huh? No. Cleveland took game 1. The ALDS.
Oh, okay.
Mets and Phillies are on right now, too. Yeah. Kodai Senga making his second start of the year. He's got the ball game 1.
Well, I mean, they beat the Brewers, so they're going to the World Series.
Yeah, it has to.
Yeah. It's so odd that that's held true for so long.
I know. Since what?
The franchise has been since 1970.
The World Series, the run of the World Series go through them.
Yep. 1981 was the first year they were in the playoffs.
It's been like that ever since.
Yep. But they also went about 35 years without making the playoffs. So, but they've made it 6 out of the last 7 years.
Yeah, but when you can't make it really past the first round, it's
Yep.
It was like the Twins losing 18 straight playoff games.
Yep.
They finally got one to go. Win 3 games last year and lose 3.
Yeah.
And then you had the cheap owners cutting payroll by 30 million and not wanting to do anything. And well, that's a discussion for another time.
Here's the scores after 2 games. You got Josh Kennedy at 91 up. Brent Newman behind him at 8 plus 80. Brady Stearns, 19. Brandon Cryer at 15. And Lucas Finley rounding out the top 5 at plus 12. Remember, 10 bowlers between the A squad and B squad combined will advance to the advancers round, where pins will carry over. There's 4 more games, and then we'll determine a top 5 for the stepladder finals.
Josh is going to get in the 220s here. So he's going to be plus 110 after this game.
which is pretty well online with where Matt Payne was in the A squad. He shot 704 his first 3.
Is Josh going to take a run for that high qualifier?
Could be.
Is it top 4 automatically into the step ladder?
Well, it's just total pins and top 5. So you could presumably be the high qualifier and still not make the step ladder, but you've got the advantage of however many pins ahead of everybody you are.
So we were looking 4 count on 14.
Yeah. We were trying to predict who was going to have the high score on this pair, 11 and 12, and it's really anybody's game right now.
I said Ullman, and he's got 130 in the 8th.
Yeah.
Who did you say? How?
I said Briley, yeah.
And he's not that far behind him, so. No, I was thinking about going with Bert, too, and I should have. You just needed a few warm-up frames.
Right.
Stearns can still shoot 2-0. It's going to need the next one.
He's one of those guys where you just know eventually the run is coming. Just a matter of when. Like that.
Nope. 6 count.
And I mean, coming into this game, we talked about these 4 guys. And would you have imagined that we might have 1-200 game on this pair?
After having Josh shooting 279 on this pair?
Yeah.
It's bowling's weird sometimes.
It really is. If you ask my wife, she'd probably say all times.
Bowling is weird all the time. You can throw one of the worst shots of your life and it can strike, and you can throw the best shot of your life and not strike.
Yeah.
That's why bowling is sometimes is luck.
Caught that on the right side of the screen. Josh Kennedy just got that 10 to fall. 6-pin kissed it. Took its time, but fell on the deck. Well, 174 for Riley.
All right, we need a double by Ullman to get him. Nope.
So we were both wrong. It's going to be Ryan.
Yeah. Set 201 right now. Spare pending. So it's the 5 pin. You know, sometimes that pin moves. I missed one at Nationals this last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Teammates won't let me live that down. It was in the 9th frame of the first game, too. You know, it just didn't come off my thumb right. And I would have hit the 4 pin dead on.
Okay.
I missed it that bad.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I didn't just hit it and did not go down.
Sure. And what'd you end up with in team? That was team or
Yeah, that was team.
Yeah.
I had 645 in team.
Oh.
I had 258 in the very next game.
I'd miss 3 5 pins if you give me 640.
Well, I went broken like 5 times the next game.
Okay.
I said that it just made up for it. No, but the last game was fun. We had Josh on our team. He had the front 8, and then we had William Jones. He had the last 11 of 12 for 289.
Jeez.
So we went like 260. Yeah, between them two, we went just about 170 up. And then I was low on the team with 190.
Not bad.
Yeah, we shot like 1170, I think 1130 that game.
Okay.
1140. I don't know. It's just fun when you can all start shooting pretty well.
Yeah.
I got a story that probably Thomas doesn't want me to bring up, but I'm going to bring up anyway.
Yeah.
Threw 3 straight gutter balls in team event.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And we still shot 3,000.
Okay. So he did, or he and his two teammates?
No, he did.
He did. Okay. But yeah.
I don't think he had the right ball for fresh, or he had the right ball, just wrong surface.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't work out well for him. But then he made it up the very next day by having the front 11.
Wow. That'll do it.
I'd take a 490 series if it guarantees me a 290 out there.
Yeah. Pretty sure I had a 490 something, and anyway, and didn't have the 290.
No, he still got almost a 1900 in all events.
Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, I think he started at like 140 and then went 298, went like 216, and then just kept going from there. Well, that's how bowling goes.
Yeah. So we're getting our first look here at Lucas Finley, who is one of the top players after 2. Wow. Didn't have a shot at that, but
I think it's the first frame, you go for it.
yeah. Obscured there by Ryan and Riley, but Brady Stearns just hit double.
Yeah, it's what he did. 150, 298, 223, 233, 253, 202.
I'd take that. And if you looked at my score, you'd know why.
I had 1795 and I went 645, 578, 575.
Okay.
I was just Mr. Consistent in singles and doubles.
I think I was in the low 1600s, and we can leave it at that.
Just trying to get for a better division next year in
Right.
26.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be interesting. Exactly.
Yeah, well.
With the new rule change, and I still think there should be a higher division for anybody who averages above 200.
Okay.
I wouldn't necessarily say to put them in like a different like team category. Like I can see them still having the 3, team categories, and then you add the 200, or it should be like the 400 plus for the doubles, and then it's their own category. That way you have 4 separate for doubles and then singles too.
Not bad.
I don't know. I think if they had to restructure it and I had a say in it, that's probably how I would present it like that. Because to go average 200 out there for 3+ years is hard.
It is.
You're probably at 3 different areas in the country, and different factors. Then you got different oil patterns, facing 6 different oil patterns, 27 games, and to average 200 on it.
That's good bowling.
Yeah. Just to bring the right stuff out there every time too.
Yep.
I mean, we kind of had the luxury of going out there the last week. Well, we bowled the last possible weekend. We bowled the 27th and 8th of July.
Oh.
Yeah, we bowled way late. So we talking to everybody, seeing what to bring, and seeing all these videos getting posted of how people are playing the shot. Kind of had an idea of what to do, and we put it out there, and we took a lot of cash from that tournament. So I'm not surprised. I got to pull the game up now. I'm rooting for anybody but a Dodgers-Yankees World Series.
Okay.
That's what I'm rooting for,
Yeah.
is anything but that.
Yeah, I've just kind of resigned to the fact that it's going to be
Go Mets, right?
Whatever. Yeah. It's a nice looking shot from Finley.
Over, let's go.
That's nasty. I'm really looking forward to that Padres-Dodgers game tonight. If there's a series to go 5, it might be that one. I mean, the last time they met, I think they won. I think the Padres won 3-1, right? 3 games to 1. The only thing that LA has or doesn't have that Padres do is pitching. They got Yamamoto, but that's about it. I don't know if you want to go trust some second or third year guy that has a ERA at like 5. You go,
Yeah, Bobby Miller was supposed to be something, but then he got hurt early in the season and never really.
Kershaw's playoff Kershaw, and you just never know after that.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's like a mid inning guy this year. I mean, they talked about Shohei pitching, but that just seems too good to be true on that.
Right.
I don't know if you go pay a guy $70 million a year. Well, I guess 68 of it's deferred, but that's too much money to be paying a guy in the future if he's only going to be able to play 5 years out of the 10, and
Right.
because you're trying to push him.
And he's just gone 50-50. You want to keep him in your lineup.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they do make the World Series if he does make an appearance pitching. But throwing simulated games versus being out there on the mound, you know, World Series on the line, it's completely different. Plus, he's never played in the postseason.
Yeah.
Newman's got 279 possible. He's throwing a Pride. And I jinxed him.
So the other interesting thing is, on the first squad, on the A squad, I only remember seeing one lefty. So here you've got at least 2. If not,
I know 3.
3.
Because Lucas is 1, Jason's 1, Brandon's 1.
Oh, Jason Cragen. Yep.
Oh, Cragen, yeah. So there's 4.
4. Yeah, over.
No, then you got Brian Hansen, so that's 5. So I know of 5 lefties on this squad.
Okay. There's a little traffic there. You're going to have to excuse me. I don't know this gentleman's name on 12, but he's going for a 5-bagger and
7 pins.
Left the 7. So yeah, Newman can still shoot 250. You can see him there on the far left side of the screen. He's got 178 through 7 with a spare up in the 8th and a trip 4 for a strike in the 9th. So he'll be adding plus pins to his total.
Seems like he can put it on cruise control and be in a top 5 spot for next round. Yeah. Still got 2 games to go, so anything can happen.
And again, after this B squad of qualifying, we'll head to the advancers round, and that's on a different link. It's on the same playlist. Just go to bit.ly/championspso live. And that's all in lowercase letters. It is case sensitive. That's a nice shot for 4 in a row. Keaton Bieri had kind of a slow start, but big string would certainly help. So here are the scores after game 3. Kennedy is maintaining that lead at plus 114.
He's got a nice 50-pin lead.
Newman at plus 46, taking the second spot. Brady Gustafson, who I saw shoot that 248 off to our right, is at plus 10. Brandon Cryer just behind him at plus 7, and Brady Stearns just behind him at plus 5, with Ryan Burr at plus 3. So 6 bowlers out of the 37 plus after 3 games.
Tired. See what Newman can do to finish out the 10th. Ten back.
Strikes me as a guy who'd be really good with that nice soft hand at the bottom.
Oh, yeah. Looks like some scores are going down, and
Yeah, splits.
suppose we're seeing transition that we haven't seen yet.
So Riley's back on the strike train. He's got the last 6. Make that the last 7.
Newman with the strike and shoot 258. So it looks like we got a battle for high game.
He pulled out a different ball.
255? 256.
Yep. Here, Chad Nelson cheering on Dave Ullman there from the concourse. He and Matt Payne are the top 2 finishers from the A squad. They're both watching.
Wow, Vanderbilt's up 13-0 on Alabama. I'm a big college football guy, so I'm very interested in seeing what everybody does every week. One of those guys that will create like a mock draft and go see how many I can get right in the first round.
Okay.
Last year I had 24 out of the 32.
Wow.
First one I got wrong was the Michael Penix one.
Okay.
Which, honestly, I think everybody had wrong.
Yeah.
I had Dallas Turner go on there.
Remains to be seen if Atlanta got it wrong, but
As of right now, they did.
appears to be sometime in the future.
I mean, you got Cousins going for 509 and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
But, I mean, when you throw it 58 times, you're going to throw for a lot of yards.
Yep.
It's like Jordan Love last week.
Mm-hmm.
You throw it 50 times, you're going to get a lot of yards.
Yep. Hey, there's a nice break on the crossover for Riley.
It's a pretty good messenger on lane 12.
So see with Riley, I was just a game too early.
Yeah. Having fun?
I mean, that was the best 159 of my life. 7 times.
Finishes the job. 279 for Riley Howe. And his timing was good. He needed a big game to get back in here.
I suppose what you got to like about using 6 pairs is everybody gets to be on every pair.
Yep.
So you're not going to have that one pair where everybody's struggling, then you never get to hit it,
Right.
and then you get to be safe. That's what I like about tournaments, moving all around the house.
So Riley's going to go from minus 46 up to plus 33.
Sounds about right.
Oh.
I don't deal with numbers all day. Those are big numbers.
Yeah.
We might have a pair that low game is going to be 204. I still take the 204.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 2-0 that's a game out here.
Yeah, 2 more games to go, and 6:30 start time on the semifinals.
I think so. I had it set for 7, but I've been wrong before.
Hey, it might start late. You never know.
Yeah.
Then you were just thinking ahead of time.
Right. So as we start game 5 of qualifying here, get our first look at Jason Cragen. He went a little left a washout. Now Nate Waldhauser on the left there. It'll be tough to see or not.
All 10.
Nice shot to start things out. Brandon Hansen and Brent Newman also on 11 and 12 right now.
Yeah, 2 lefties on this pair.
Newman, as we mentioned before, coming off a big 258.
256.
Yep.
250, 250. 250s, 250.
He's had a couple of big games so far this block.
Ready to wake up early tomorrow to watch the Vikings game. At least I get to be stressed out before noon.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a stress-free game.
I don't know. Weird stuff happens.
I know.
Overseas games.
I mean, the Vikings have always played Rodgers very well.
Yep.
I'm just mad that they didn't make this a home game here.
Yeah. That's the one thing my Packers had. No, they were away in Brazil.
Yeah, but they played Zach Wilson last year.
Yeah.
Was it Zach Wilson? Or was it Tim Boyd? I don't know.
Yeah, one of those guys. All right, so split for Newman. He'll have 9 in the first and hope to get back on the horse after this. Actually, 3 out of the 4 had opens, so it's really just Waldhauser with the strike to open things up.
It's a nice shot by Brady there. Over on the left side.
I think I only know how to chuck heaters at the head pin at this point.
Hey, that's all you need to do here.
I know. Well, that's all I got right now. Just chucking.
What'd you shoot last game?
189.
Hey, that's good enough.
Well, I'm -1 right now, so
That should be good enough.
yeah. I got a 3-bagger now.
Just go shoot like 210, 220 this game, and shoot another 210, 220 the next game, and
Call it a day.
no, and then you still got 4 more games after that.
Then call it a day.
No,
Jeez, there's no calling it a day, is there?
no, you're making a step ladder.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, gotta have confidence if you're gonna win this thing.
You can win it from the 5 seed. You can win it from the 1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
There's a chip and a chance. Isn't bowling weird sometimes?
It is.
Because all you got to do one time is on one lane you got the world, and then the next lane you don't have anything.
But yeah, I would imagine the 2-8 or 3-9 if you're a lefty is a pretty tough spare on this shot.
It's tough when it's long
Yeah.
because all of a sudden you have a little bit of an early spot, and now you're overhooking it, and then or you hit a patch of oil and it goes 60 on you.
Yep. Newman recovers from that open with a strike in the second.
Oh.
Wow. Collapsed the 1-2-4.
It's one way to get it done. No, I don't want. Oh.
Reagan hits on 12. Yeah, Finley didn't like the looks of that off his hand, and you can see why. Big 4. It's a couple splits he's had on that left lane.
It's not looking fun out there. I think he's doing scores right now.
So that is Raiden Nakagawa, who has the front 4 and is about to get up there for his 5th frame on 14 off to the right. Kind of a slow start, minus 59 after 3.
Like I say, you just need one good game.
Yeah, there's still time to get it back. Wow,
Is that a
nice
missed
break.
messenger?
Yeah, that was like. Did you watch it?
Yeah, well, I have the pole in the way.
Yeah, that was absolutely a brutal missed messenger for a 5-bagger.
You take 4 strikes and a spare any day of the week.
Oh, absolutely. But that would have been
No,
nice.
scores are ugly. Scores are ugly.
Well, I was watching Brent Newman's throwing it fantastic right now, and he just shot 250.
Well, that's the second 250 of the day.
Yeah, he's throwing it fantastic.
He's throwing a Pride what is it called? Pride Dynasty?
Yeah.
I think that's what it's called.
I mean, I'm not trying to throw it that good. I'm just trying to shoot 200, you know? I'm just trying to...
Make the cut and see what happens.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get what I can. I ain't good enough to shoot 250.
You never know. Hey, that's good enough.
Yeah. Brady Gustafson.
I don't know if you noticed a lot of these college one-handers, because Keen's one of them. He bowls for St. Ambrose, I believe.
Okay.
A lot of them don't use a spare ball.
Oh.
Because when they go to the tier 1s like they have in Owatonna this weekend, they were only allowed to check in 5 balls. So if you put a spare ball in there,
That's one of the
you're
5.
you're wasting one. Or you'll see them use a urethane as one. That way they always have the urethane in the bag.
Sure.
So just a little tidbit. If you ever want to know why a lot of people throw reactive at spares, or they already got Senga out of the game.
So here's a score update after 4. Brent Newman with that 256 takes over the top spot at plus 102. Kennedy right behind him at plus 79. Riley, who we saw shoot 279, is third at plus 33. Brady behind him at plus 18, and Ryan Burr in 5th right now at plus 7. They are the 5 bowlers who are plus. The rest of the field is minus.
And you got Brady Gustafson -1. He's got just missing the 7th, but still get to 259. So don't count him out being plus after this game. Scores are ugly.
Yeah, other than Brandon Cryer, we haven't really seen many lefties get into the into the top few here. Well, Lucas Finley is kind of bouncing around and
-14.
He's -14. He's about the best of them.
He's not having that great of a start to this game. Open strike, open double. So if you can put together 5-6 bagger here this game, you're right back up there. But you can only get in the 230s if he punches out. I think if I do my math right, I believe it's 230, 210, 220, 219, I believe. I don't know. Doing bowling math is hard.
It is. frame there. He has 68 through 4 with that strike in the 5th. So he's got some time to put something together.
Just a lot of these small things you got to do right to strike on this pattern. Right ball roll, right release, angle, speed. That's why they call it a master's pattern for a reason.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't that hard, it would be a house shot. But sometimes house shots are hard.
Yeah.
Been saying it for years. Even though I had a shot at 8 last night on a house shot.
Riley just made a 2-4-8-10 on 16. You may have been able to see the results of that if you asked Lucas Finley there, but
He's yet to strike on that pair.
yeah.
Pair looks ugly though. Crossing over. Almost looks like a bingo meeting over there. Some pairs look like that, and some pairs look fairly easy, like 9 and 10 right now.
Yeah. And 15 and 16 has produced quite a few big scores, so it's just how they can change after a few games there. As Newman crosses over and catches a break. Creighton almost looked like he drifted right before he threw that one. Everything kind of shifted to the right.
Ready goes, and 259 still possible.
Yeah, that would be a big game, especially looking at some of the leaders and how they're kind of struggling right now. Gets that light hit to carry. Just like that, he's got 3 in a row.
Sounded good, but I think it's
looked good too.
he's got it.
Yeah.
He's in the 240s again.
Yep. That's Brady Gustafson over on 9 and 10. You can just sort of catch a little of the pinfall. It's kind of tough with the guys up here and holes in the way, but believe me when I say he can. You get a 259 out of this with another double.
He's gonna make up a lot of pins this game.
Yep.
That was Brooklyn.
Yep.
Did he hit the head pin?
He hit the head pin. He's left with a 5-6-10.
What? That's something you don't see a right-hander leave every day. He'll probably just go for the 610, grab his 2 pins, and shoot 245. Yep, grab his 2 and
Yeah,
245.
That's a nice game.
That might be one because he likes to track his gains on an app and what his pin leaves are. I'm sure that's probably the first 5, 6, 10 he's ever left. What's your weirdest leave?
I mean, I've left Lily before.
Yeah, but a lot of people have.
A lot of people have. Oh gosh, I had something like 245,
10.
10. Might have even been.
I can't
remember. Yeah, something like that. 245, 710 or something like that.
I've left the 3.
We're talking about weirdest leaves since you left the
5, 6, 10.
Yeah, the 5, 6, yeah. I kind of dumped it off my hand a little.
Okay.
Hey, 250 is still hard for you.
Yeah, 250 is hard.
Yeah.
Hey, what 240 is good enough. Just do that again.
I do like 240s.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan.
Hey, you go from -1 to +44.
Yeah.
Just do that again.
Yeah, plus 44. So
You take.
My mom will be happy about the textile bet again.
Tell her that you just left something you've never left before. Can you see your lifetime leaves on that app? I'm sure that's 0 for 1. That would surprise me. That CBA shot was hard.
Yeah.
I know. I think my weirdest leave. I left the 3. Left the 3, 4, 7, 9.
Oh,
And I picked it up.
really?
Yes. I mean, we were shooting corner pins, and I happened to leave that, and I go, I'm gonna make it, and I made it. It was about as perfect as you can make it. Slid the 3 into the 4, 7. Ball took out the 9, and
So Nakagawa's in the 220s, 223. That's a nice game.
1. William Jones is going to shoot 216. I know he was close.
Okay.
Keen's going to shoot 233 over on this right pair.
So Newman coming off that split, hits a strike in the 9th. He can still get to 2-teen, but he'll need to double in the 10th. Down on the end, Josh Kennedy finishes with a 210.
I think so. It's either 213 or 210.
No, that was 210. He just struck on the fill ball.
Okay.
So,
210.
Yep.
Josh, 210.
Good place to leave that pocket 710.
210's good
Fill ball.
Yeah,
223 for Lucas
I was just a
Finley.
mental train wreck on 15, 16. Simple pair,
Yeah.
sets. That was my other shoe.
Brent's going to shoot 180 after having a terrible start. 187 if he gets this one. What, you shooting another 240 this game?
Don't get your hopes up that high. Every single game.
No, what do you mean? I said you're going to shoot 240 that game, and you shot 240.
Every single odd game has been the odd game's been 160, 189. So we're just hoping because the even games have all been 200.
No, this isn't even. This is going to be an even game.
Oh, flip flop.
Okay. I was going to say.
So Will Jones was telling me to say that this is game 7 instead of
Yeah,
6.
it's game 7.
Yeah, game 7.
Because warm up was game 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
That's right.
And then you skipped. Then you went back to game 1, and then yeah. So this is game 7 for you.
Yeah. Man, that's a bright light you got here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to be seen. We live in a dark world, and we need to be seen.
I work at night, so I like the dark. I drive with my visors down at all times, even at like 4 in the morning. Well, because you got the dash glare and it goes up on the windshield, and so you pull that down, you don't see it.
Yeah, you got a point.
Penn State, USC next Saturday. Wow. Yeah, the Gophers got SC this tonight.
USC?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, when you guys played them, it was
brutal.
It was a good first half,
Right.
and then you got shut out 28-0 at half.
Yep.
See, I was 2 games late with Ullman. Now the only game above 200 on that pair.
Yeah.
Look at that. You got 9 and 10, low games 209. And they're coming right on to 11 and 12.
So we'll get to see Jones, Gustafson, and
Lutmer and
company.
Peters. I think it's almost safe to say that you could probably just take the top 8 from the squad. I don't think anybody on that. I don't think anybody on that first squad that won minus is making it.
There was a big gap between
Yeah. So I
Chad,
think
Matt, and
top
everybody
8
else.
makes it.
Shot
Hopefully-
to start off the 10th for Newman. He's still got a shot at 214 if he gets the last 2.
Hopefully we can get an updated cut number.
Yeah.
Start making predictions. Starting to get scores.
See, I feel like he's got a little room to hit the pocket.
Oh, yeah.
And they're not all carrying.
But
But
when you're in the pocket every shot, they're bound to carry one of these times.
sure.
when he's got the lead and he's going to add to the plus, all you need to do is just hit pocket.
And
I mean, all he has to do this next game is not shoot 140.
right.
So if you just hit if you're hitting the pocket 9 out of 10 and maybe have a little, have room for one bad shot, you're fine.
Yeah.
As long as you hit the pocket and leave single pins and not pocket split.
Sure. He certainly doesn't turn it the most in the place, but he's playing with surface, nice, easy speed, keeping the hands soft and getting through it. And I feel like that's about as close as I've seen to somebody opening them up pretty much all day. All right. So the final game of qualifying for the 2024 Champions Pro Shop Open. After this final qualifying game, they'll tabulate the scores, figure out who's moving on and who's going home.
It was a nice shot by Brady to open up. He's on that mode where he doesn't need a big game to get in, but a big game won't hurt.
Yep.
Get himself some more cushion going into position round.
Sure. Yeah, with having pins carrying over.
Every pin's gonna matter at the end.
Everyone, yeah.
Might come down to 3 pins between the 5 seed and the 6 seed.
Sure.
And you can probably find 2 pins somewhere right any part of the day.
Oh yeah.
Going for count. It's just what it is.
Here's William Jones on 12 right in front of us.
He's having some footwork issues, but he still got it to go. On Brooklyn, though. Vanderbilt's up 20-7 over Alabama.
I didn't catch what Jones shot in Game 5, but
he had 2-0.
Okay.
Right, 2-16. So he's gonna be right around that.
Pretty close, yeah.
So he's gonna need a 2-0, 2-team type game to almost be secure in that cut. But 231 hurt.
No. Take 230 all day long.
You tell anybody at a tournament that they're going to shoot 210 every game, they'd probably take it. Because if you shoot 210 and average 210, you're plus 60, you're right in the middle of this cut.
Yep.
Means you got good ball reaction, but not great ball reaction.
Yeah.
And you're making spares.
That hurts.
You can still get to 250. It's 268, so you can miss frame 3 and punch out and still get to 250.
Yep. Got that 4 out for a double.
He's gonna need it.
Now's the time.
Cleveland hit that one too. Hey, that you pulled a me first frame and you pulled a Cleveland the next frame. What's your frame? Get 710? Your frame's a 710, right? Because you 710 like every time I watch you. No, that's a Jones thing, I guess.
Looked like a pretty decent half-pocket shot from Gustafson, but the 10-pin stands.
No, because it seems like every time I watch William Jones bowl, he always 710s at like the worst time. I don't know. Just hope it doesn't happen this game.
Yeah.
Did it at Nationals He went like spare double, spare 7-10 sheet in the middle of game 2 of a set. So he could have had like 240. Instead, he had like a high 2-teen, and probably cost him a few $100 in brackets.
So Josh Peters has the front 3 now. We'll see if William Jones can equal that.
Brandon just shot 180 that last game, but he's got spare double to open up. He's got
And
that.
he does. So 2 of the players here to our left on 11 and 12 with the front 3. Newman's got strike spare here. He'll be up on 14. And Brandon Hansen trying to turn a double into a 3-bagger.
Nice shot by Zach. Brady looks like he can get it out a little bit.
Jones, again, the points leader coming into today. He hits 4 in a row. So you've got Josh Peters and William Jones, both with the front 4. And this is big for Jones. I mean, he was in 9th place as of after 4. We hope to have standings after 5 games coming up soon, as Peters goes up high and leaves a 3-6-10. That was a nice break for Gustafson, twisting between the 2 and 5, getting them both to fall, but just leaving the 7. So when it comes down to it, the prize fund, you'll end up with $1,500 if you can take the whole thing. The interesting amount of $1,046 for second place, and then $800, $650, and $500 for the rest of the top 5.
Yep. It's combined standings.
Okay. So combined standings we're looking at right now puts Matt Payne and Chad Nelson 1 and 2. And these aren't, they're not plus minus.
No.
They're just
Total.
They're total. Okay. So
I mean,
they're just 1 and 2 because
I think if you take Chad's 92 over, plug it in,
and Brent is already 102 over. Or he was after 4. There's
William round 5.
William Jones.
He won last week's event up in St. Cloud.
Yep. He is the leader in points coming into this one for the tournament series. There's the current standings.
There's a few names that are on that list that are not here today.
Yep. Mitch Hoope is one of them. Zach Andreessen bowling with Mount Mercy down in Owatonna.
Endersby's not here. Al said he's doing game 5 scores right now.
Oh, okay. All right, so William Jones on the front 5. His 6th frame is right now on lane 11 to the left. You can see him drying his hand there. Again, at about minus 25 after 4. He could really use a big one here just to solidify his standing in the advancers round.
Trip it.
Gets the 4, but not the 9.
At least one of them went down.
Yep. Off to his left, Brandon Cryer has a 4-bagger. He's got 20 in the first, and in those 4, he's up in the 6th right now. You'll see him come into frame on the left side.
He needs this game.
Yep. And he gets another one. Yep.
He's throwing his favorite ball.
Couldn't see it behind Zach, but he got it.
He's throwing his favorite ball.
The pink widow urethane?
Yeah.
I thought he brought a couple of them.
Yeah, he's got 2 of them. I think that's his 16-pound one.
Oh, okay.
Because he told me after the Fall Classic down in Waterloo that he needs a urethane ball that goes earlier. And I told him, I go, why don't you just get a heavier weight? So and then he was on the lookout for a 16-pound pink widow. I mean, he throws the ball so hard anyway, so he probably could go to 16. That would wear me out, though, throwing 16 pounds all day.
That would be painful.
I mean, when you got to throw it slow, though, I guess it's an advantage.
Yeah.
But the 16-pound urethane just hooks so much more.
Okay, Newman's got a 3-bagger he's working on, 40 through 2. With 3 strikes up. He's in the 6th frame here on lane 13. Ten back. So yeah, you got to think at this point that, guys like Newman and Kennedy are pretty well solidly.
I don't know about Kennedy.
No?
Yeah, he's got a rough game going. He's letter C over on 7.
Oh, you're right.
But he should be fine, though, to get into the cut. It's just I would think he would like a better game.
Yeah.
99 and then 7th. Jesus. Another 9-pin by Jones. He's got game 5.
All right, so here come the scores after 5 games here. You've got Brent Newman occupying the top spot at plus 105. Kennedy right behind him at plus 89. And then Brady Gustafson, who shot the 245 last game, at plus 44. Ryan Burr at -1. And Keaton Bierry with a 233 in Game 5 is now at -3. William Jones and Victor Cortez tied for 6th at -9. But again, Jones having that big game. And Cortez has 89 through 4 with a 3-bagger after that. He's actually up in the 8th. And he leaves a 4-pin. So still on a pretty good pace to get 220 or so. Jones is ahead of him by about 10 sticks. So 158 through 6 for Jones with a spare up in the 7th. This is his 8th frame on the left here. And he goes through the face and pays the price. 4-6-10 split. So let's say he gets the count here. He'd have 184 through 8. And Cortez has got him by a few sticks in count. But again, they're both at -9.
I tried my best scribbling them out. So it looks like Newman's leading the squad. Right behind is Kennedy. Then Brady. Burr, Keaton, Victor. So will that be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tied right there. There's 8 right there. Tied for 8.
Okay. So Riley and Brady kind of on the bubble.
I think Brady dropped out. I sound weak with this stuff. I know he had to withdraw out of the CBA last weekend in practice. He's dealing with like a knee issue or something.
That's what Al had said, yeah. So Cortez just left a 2-7. And he's going to need to pick it up to keep pace with Jones.
I think the way that you look at this, I think Williams should be in just with this game, but more pins the merrier.
Yeah.
Because if he jumps up, he's got 224 pacing.
That's a big strike.
You go
right
two.
And don't forget, Cryer's got 7 in a row now.
Yeah.
So he's going to jump into the picture too.
Where's he? He's 40 behind. So I think if he shoots anything above 250, the way that this game's going right now,
yeah, have a pretty decent shot at getting in.
you almost don't want to put a strike on it, but
Cortez did pick up that baby split, so he's got 186 through 8 with a spare up in the 9th. Here's Cryer on the left, and he hits number 8 in a row. Boy, if there was ever a time for him to have a big game, this is the time.
yeah. what a catch. He just put his hands up and just caught it. What's Bradley at? Bradley can go 205.
Okay, and he's at minus 12. So that'll probably be enough.
But Brandon's behind him.
Yeah, Brandon's behind him.
Williams behind, in front.
Nakagawa is still in there.
Where's he? I don't know where he's at.
Yeah. I want to say he's on 15 and 16, but I'm not sure.
170, 180. That ain't. I don't think that's good enough, especially with Cryer doing what he's doing right now. He's at minimum in the 240s.
So Kennedy just hit 3 in a row.
Yes.
Okay.
I think 15 over is a solid number to be at.
Yep.
Especially he was 1 of 5 plus between the two squads.
So that's Gustafson saying he's plus 15.
I think, Gustafson's in.
You'll see Cryer come into frame here on the left. He is working on an 8-bagger. He picked up a spare in the first and has had nothing but X's ever since.
It's Loomer at. Is that 910? Yeah, that's not going to be enough. I can't see the 10 pin.
Yeah, he did leave it. So he's going to have 178 if he picks up the spare. That's Josh Kennedy.
Brandon 10 back. Victor's going to shoot 226. So add 26 to his total, which he was tied with William. And
he could have 234.
244.
244, you're right.
But if he goes spare strike, it's 224.
220.
Which is, this is going to be a fun cut.
Yeah.
What did Ryan Burr shoot? Got a 205, 211, and a 171.
Again, you'll see Cryer come into frame on the left side. He's working on 9 in a row. Trying to sneak into the cut with this big game. And carries on a high hit.
That's good enough.
The 9 fell at the last second. And
you got a new high game of the tournament.
Yeah.
All right. Williams going to need a strike here. This cut might be plus.
It's funny how that works. Gustafson comes over and says, "I'm plus 15. You think I'm good?" Oh yeah, you're pretty good. But
I think it might be just.
It might be just good enough.
Because William, if you add, you add what, 26?
Oh, great shot. Stone 7.
All right.
And you couldn't see it, but yeah, he was high flush pocket. Cryer finishes with 290.
Wow.
And you could hear him slapping him out the whole way.
So he's frame. Plus 30.
Yep.
That's in.
So he leapfrogs Brady, Riley. Probably he may have jumped all the way up to like 5th or 6th.
Yeah. All right, William got the spare, much needed spare there.
So again, strike gives him 224. He was tied with Victor coming into this game, but Victor had 226, so he'll
if William strikes here, he's at plus 15.
Okay.
I think I did that right. Yeah, he was minus 9, right?
Yep. So he'd be tied with Brady Gustafson.
Yep.
Ooh, that's going to be close.
Victor's at plus 17.
Yep. Oh, went high and left 2. So
You got to plus 13.
those 2 pins could be big pins. We don't know. 222 is what he finished with. We do know that.
Who had 247 over there?
Not
I know.
Kennedy.
No,
Kennedy
yeah.
had the
Josh had
178.
178, but Josh was 89, so he's at like 50 yet.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Newman up here on the right can hit this fill ball strike for 280. Okay, 279. So that's like the quietest 279 to be right in front of me I think I've ever seen.
Well, yeah, 290 there to get in the cut.
Yep.
And you got people sweating cuts now. And
Mhm.
this is
Wow, what a finish. I know we don't know the final scores just yet, and that's going to be just a bit before that happens, but wow.
why
I just want a picture of my score sheet.
you're right behind Brady. If you would have struck there in the fill, you would have been tied with Brady at 15 over.
Yeah, feel good.
So again, who's
There you
going to make it? Boy, this is what it looked like after 5 games of qualifying.
You can add 79 to Newman. You can add 90 to Cryer.
Mhm. And I'd say it's
You can minus Brady Stearns out of this picture.
I'd say it's a safe bet that you've got Cryer in there, Newman, Kennedy, and I didn't
got
see
Matt-
what Burr ended up with.
It was either 211, 205, or 171.
Okay.
And then you can say the same thing with Burr. You're taking
Oh,
top 8.
Vieri
Squad.
and Burr.
Yeah. So depending on score, I mean, Burr had the 171. Who knows?
Yeah.
No, I think you're in. It's just all these I mean, from 4th all the way to 9th, basically. Yeah. But Victor was tied with you, and he shot 226. It was. At least he didn't 710.
At least you didn't 710. Knock this around a little.
Oh, it's not going.
It's going, but it's giving me those weird,
Hit it hard
what's
enough, it
called?
might work.
Yeah, maybe.
Give it the old Mike Weir send off. It doesn't work.
It does not work. All right.
You get across a few rivers on your way home.
Rocky Gonzalez says, nice second place high game pot, Newman. Yeah,
You shoot 279. It's good any other game,
right.
except for this
Just
game.
not that one. Yeah. Not that one.
Rocky said, nice second game, second high game.
All right. So, yeah, you can, it's kind of wonky, but there we are. Yeah, we're waiting on those final scores, but basically the gist of it is, like you said, they're the top 8 from
The squad.
this squad are in. Chad's going to be in. Nat Payne is going to be in, and then the 7 or the 8 after that will all come from the B squad.
Yeah.
And we'll see how that shakes out. I mean, this is.
I don't know what Lucas Finley shot. I mean, he was at 39. He shoots high enough game.
Yeah.
They didn't give us a standing sheet. Oh, good thing this is after 5.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be minus. It's going to be minus a few. Yeah, you were down there.
1, 2,
We're all-
3, 4, 5.
We're all not quite sure, so you can see how we're all kind of
11.
Okay,
huddling
so
in
you
here.
got to plus 30. Victor got
Just waiting on a couple more.
Well, I passed
17.
Well, Brady dropped out. I passed Briley.
Well, Briley actually like withdrew.
Instead of waiting until 6:30.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Who knows?
still waiting on a couple scores, but interesting.
Yeah, I mean, what did Burr shoot that last game?
Yeah.
If he had the 170 on that pair.
Well, there he is. You could ask him.
What'd you shoot last game?
171. I'm negative 30.
Okay. So.
Probably the number. Just so I can have another.
Yeah, so everybody that was behind you shot high games. Brandon was the only one that was outside the cut that came in.
Yeah.
But no, he was already in cut.
Yeah.
He got to 17. Yeah.
Shot 226.
He had 226 that last game.
Yep.
William had 222, got to 13. We don't know.
We don't know yet.
We don't have anybody.
I guess negative 30.
We just make it look like we know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. They are re-oiling before the advancers round, so.
They said they are going to pull it out or start it a little earlier than what they anticipated. So
okay. That's good.
That means it's going to be an earlier night than you probably expected.
That's okay. That's okay. I don't think I got home until like 1 a.m. last year. So.
I think that went on to what, 9?
At least, yeah. And then, it takes time to pack everything up. Yeah. But no, early is good. That'll be good.
Never complain about an early day.
Right. Yeah. So I'm gonna flip this around just to see in case they posted anything here. No, still after 5, so we'll make that nice and big. But yeah, you're right. I mean, there were a lot of games, a lot of people in that went down and out that went up. Yep. So it's like long division trying to figure out. I mean, who's in and
Briley.
who's out.
So that means Briley had 2-0. Mm-hmm. So that means Briley's in.
Okay, I got the results ready.
I don't know what Raiden shot.
One score sheet that was missing, but he wasn't in contention, so I'm not too worried about it. Keaton Beery was your number.
Wow.
So he was in 10th with 1177. We have Riley.
Nice 23.
1193. We William Jones in 8th. 1213. Got
So
Brady
Burr is out.
7th.
Yeah, Burr's first. I think Burr's first one out.
Victor Cortez in 6th. 1217. Got Cryer at 1230. In 5th. Got Josh Kennedy in 4th.
So Pryor jumped all the way up to 5th.
We got Chad with the 1292. In 2nd, Brent almost caught up to Matt, but a little short of 1384. Then your qualifying leader for the day from the first squad was Matt Payne with 1389. I got him up here if you want to look at him. I'm going to start working on getting score sheets ready. And then I think everyone's here, so I'll call you up here shortly and we'll get you a lane assignment.
Okay. So that's how it will end, at least for the qualifying part of all this. Yeah, that was something. That was something as qualifying ends here at the Spare Time Pro Shop.
Chaotic.
Champions Pro Shop Open. Just make sure and remember that we have a different link for both the advancers round and the step ladder. So only one more link to follow today for the tournament. And you can find that by going to bit.ly/ChampionsPSO Live. And that's all small letters, Champions PSO Live. It is case sensitive, so don't put any caps in there. But when we get the scores out, I'll put that up at the beginning of the advancers round. Again, the number Keaton Bieri at, what did they say?
77.
So minus 23.
Yeah, minus 23.
Minus 23 was the cut here. But yeah, make sure and follow along. Again, we will, as soon as they're ready to go here, we will fire up the stream on that third and final link to get the advancers round, and then 4 more games till we figure out who is going to be in our stepladder final. So make sure and join us.
Thank you for watching Bowling with the Fef. Pound the like button and subscribe button. It's the easiest way to support the channel, and it's free. Bowling with the Fef is brought to you by Chip Magnet. Raise your snack standards. Email bowlingwiththefef@yahoo.com with questions or to appear on the show. You can also reach out on your favorite social media platform.